That's what we're going to cut them into. Right, so today, you guessed it, another firewood thing, right? But it's more of a DIY project. So we're milling logs to create lumber. These are 1/2-inch boards. So that we can create a
firewood stand.
A firewood. Boom, you saw. Firewood stand. We need a firewood stand. Why do we need a firewood stand? Because we have a new customer. The new customer is the gas station. It's another gas station that we sell firewood at to increase our volume of firewood sales. So we have to build a new rack for that firewood stand. I need more lumber. That's my thing. I could go out and get some pine right now, but honestly, I have the ash logs that are sitting here. And it does actually make some really pretty shelves or something like that, but we're going to use it as a hardwood lumber. We're probably going to paint it anyways, and it'll last a little bit longer if we keep it off the ground. So that's what we're doing today. We're just going to mill some wood. We're not building this thing. Well, that's for another video, but we're going to mill up this wood. Simple as that. Let's go. Are you ready to mill?
Yeah.
Let's mill. Normally, I would take and spin the log around and put the small end over here because it is easier to cut that way. But I'm not doing that today. I'm just going to pick it up and move it like that. Because the cut length on this track with the saw here only extends so far. So the blade won't cut that far. So I had to go that much. Good. Now we're going to level it off. Let's level it off. We need to measure how far it is here on the blade. So crank this up until it gets to the top of the blade. Push it back up on the rail now. I set it off there for wind and to make sure I can get the blade in there far enough. And we're going to put these stoppers down. Little stoppers, one over there. Now we'll roll away on us. See that? It's below where the log would sit. See, we won't be able to cut into the log there. So I'll have to pull it back just a bit. Can I lower it? Can you lower it? Yep, come lower a little more. Okay, there we go. Perfecto. So we got every inch out of it we can. Now, what measurement are we at? Can we get 9 out of it? So 9 inches is right at the top. Do you see that? So, crank it up a little bit further and bring it all the way down here. Yep, crank it up. And then bring it all the way down here. Push it nice and easy right down the track. Let it glide. It should glide nice and easy. And now right here, drop it back down to the 9 marker. Right here. Okay? Right on top. Right where the 9 is. And then I'm going to grab a wedge log like this. Once we have it at that 9, 1 more inch, and there. Now I'm going to lift this up, and you're going to take this thing and put that right underneath this, just like that, see? Just about perfect. A little more on that one, okay? I'm going to lift. Okay. That's okay there. Now. Yep. Pull that up. Put this out, and we're going to have to slide it over. Ouch. Just a bit. Like that. We're going to come over here. We want to make sure our measurements are good. So we were 9 there. We're going to pinch that 9 down. I'm just going to clamp this like this down here. Push this over. We're just getting that top cut first. We want to get that flat cut, so nice and stable. That's not quite as stable as I want it. Push it in a little more. Some bark on there. We're into the meat. Okay, same thing on this one. Okay? Because we're at 9 inches now on that. We know by our degree thing up there. This might slide out, so we're going to put a little prop. Let me see that other one. There. Clank this one. And that one's not quite as low as that one, so I'm going to bring it just a squeeze lower. got nice control there now. Now we're just going to slide this back. We're going to see where our high points are. It looks like a nice solid log all the way back. But be careful here, it's going to hit. And that's nice and smooth. All right. So we're going to get a nice peel off that. Is that where we want to cut it? Let's check. We're going to do it. Ready?
Yep.
So our lube tank is full. We got good stuff. Antifreeze in there because we don't want it to freeze. We're getting frost warning the next couple days. Did you hear that? Mm-hmm. Okay. We got a little drip going. See? Little drip. And we're going to get to the saw part. Here, you should put these on when we get to the business. Then we're going to turn this on. And I'm going to get it warmed up. Shouldn't need much. Good. Now we're in business, huh? Don't ever put your hands in past that. There it is. We would have had it the first time, but I didn't choke it. Basically, what I watch for at this point is the blade. I'm watching for the blade for it to raise up. You can kind of watch where it's level. Right now, I can see it's raised a little bit because it hit this knot right here. So it raised up, and if I pull it back and go slowly, once it levels off, see it leveled off. Now, if I go slowly right now, it'll cut lower down under that knot and cut that smooth all the way across. But it obviously raised. So, go slow. And I'm saving off that extra bit, and I'm basically watching for the blade to raise or lower and paying attention to if the cut is doing what I want it to do, especially as I go through the layers down here. That's the water I was talking about. How the blade, I like to make sure there's a little bit of a drip, but enough drip where I see water build up on that other side. All right, great. First cut, done. Now we're gonna take it, we're gonna flip it. Done. What we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it on its side, okay? We have to unclamp these, so pull that and unclamp it. And then squeeze this. Squeeze it, yep. And then take this part and grab it here, put this up, and grab down here and wiggle like this. Yep, just like that. That's good. And then, once you wiggle it out, push it in, and then back out, in and out, like that. Yep, perfect. And now lift it up whenever you can. Lift it straight up. The other side's caught. Reach over there and grab the other side and just lift it. Right there, baby. Yep. Boom. See? Perfect. Just lean it. Yep. There it goes. And now we're just going to take this flat side that's real nice and straight, and we're going to flip it up against these rails right here. Okay, let's do that. Go to the other side. And then over. Okay. I'm just gonna go this. And we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. And we'll make that nice level side right against these right angles. And they're not always right, so we always check. But they will be right enough for me right now. I know. Because I know. I've been working with this thing. And then I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to work this one in first. We have to work out that measurement again to get the size right here. I'm going to go as low as I can with this other side bar without making it come off. Keep it nice and straight. Clamp this into. Pound that side in, and then clamp her down. Like that. Then we got to do the same thing over there, but we need to take this back there and measure it. Slowly take that back. Push that down. And then go on this side. Don't let it run off the end. And then measure that out and tell me the measurement. We're at 9.5. Don't bring it all the way high because we have to measure this side. Down here. And then we're going to do that same thing. Remember the 9.5 measurement? We're going to go back to 9.5. Nope, we're going to drop about there. But that actually will work for this. Okay, so we're actually not that far off, huh? That's pretty good, honestly, from where we were at. That's not bad. Just going to go through and chop off 1/2 inch marks. Boom, 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 all the way down the line as much as we can. Simple as that. I'm not going to mark them or anything fancy like that. I'm just going to use the measurer on there because it really doesn't matter for this project. We're just going to go 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. I'm going to do it quick. All right, so yeah, so what do we learn from that? Go slow, okay? Especially with this one, I gotta change the blade out, especially with the dull blade. Dull blade. But go slow, or else you're gonna get a wonky cut and have a wasted board. That means nothing. I had all that extra skunk, and it wasn't level because I went too fast trying to push it all the way through. courtesy of the golf cart. I wrecked their thing the other day. They're gonna be mad at me. I crushed it. No more roller skate. Gone. They're not the straightest, but they're gonna work perfect for our needs. There's some nice ash boards though. Look at that color. Look at that. That's real nice. It's a shame we're gonna be making a firewood stand out of these things, right? We're gonna be putting firewood in it rather than making these into shelves or some nice counter. Yeah, that's another thing we do. We do that. Stay back from that area there. Keep your hands way back. Stay back and away from the machine. Use that push stick. Nice. We'll clean those right up. And yeah, so why am I trimming the board over there when I could have just turned it one more time on the mill and had 3 sides or had all sides trimmed off? Well, honestly, I want some of this board as live edge and some of it is not live edge. So the ones that we don't want as live edge, we're just giving them a finishing trim with the mini table saw there, and it works out real well for the few boards we're going to do it for. But she needs me to move this back. Oh, look at that board. Look at the color on that. Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Set it down the right way. Set it down the right way. Slowly right down. Yep, pull it with me. Slow. A little harder. Really hard. Saw the blade stop? It's far enough, baby. Stop pulling. There you go. We don't have to turn it down all the way. We don't want the engine to stop. We just want the blade to stop. And then you want to turn it off. Turn it off. Okay, get the water off. Off water. All right, look after your last board off that we're going to get off that thing. Let's get it off. The last one. How do you feel after doing that whole log? Half-inch boards, tired. It's nice and slow, right?
Yeah.
It's too slow with the what?
Blade?
The dull blade. Yeah, I got to change that blade out. But this looks really nice. I don't feel safe about getting too much more. Maybe I can snug it down and get one more off of it. But we'll see how that goes. But for now, we're gonna see what we just did here. Check this out. cool. I like to do this. It looks cool.
10 boards.
More than 10.
Good. All those boards off foot, really? Really looks, they look pretty nice. Alright, so that's that. That's for the sideboards. We're going to do the framing and the skeleton out of those logs that you saw the other day. But right now, the machine definitely operates with a little person. She's miniature. Person using it with adult supervision. She should have been wearing the goggles. She wasn't. Always learn from your mistakes. That's a mistake. Always wear safety gear. These boards look really good. Other than that, we're tired now. We're gonna go inside and go eat or something. The whole milling thing and this whole DIY situation we got going on here. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that notification bell for any other videos we have coming out. Check them out. There is going to be a phase 2 for this when we mill up the skeleton boards, 2x4s, 2x6s, and then we're going to put it all together. We're going to put it all together and build that firewood stand we talked about in the beginning of this video. Okay? Till next time, have a good one. Stay safe. Wear your safety gear. All that good stuff. Yeah, I think they overall look good. I didn't count them. How many were there?
10.
Yeah, they look good. So I come out today and it's been raining and it's a little chillier, but look at this color. That's what we got out of those boards. Look at that color in those things. Those are just beautiful. Put some of them over here already. Oh, they're so nice. Look at that color. And this is ash, so it's really blonde. Really, really nice. Look at that. So good. Let's see what the next one looks like down there. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Let's check another one out. There's a bunch here. I'm not going to go through them all. What's that one look like? Ooh, that's cool. Another set there. Nice. There's some more stuff in here. I don't know what's under there. The surprise is. It's a cool little eye at the top of the pyramid. That's cool.